Hey folks, as promised earlier, I'm back with an interesting video for all of you guys, and this is basically about the writing section. So I hope you all are excited to know like what are the things which you should take care of while writing your writing section. Basically today we are going to discuss like how to write writing task 1, like what should be the format and the way of writing and what should you take care of. So the basic things we are going to cover in this, and I would like to tell you the more about it, so stay tuned to the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, and let's start. Before initiating the video, I would recommend you to take your pen or pencil with you so that you can write down the important things and you need not to watch the video again. But if it is not possible, then you can watch the video later on as well. But I would really suggest you to take a notebook and pen pencil so that you can write down the important things for you, which can be considered as the notes of yourself, and you can utilize that later on in the future. Now a question is raised like, is it really essential to follow a format? Is it really required actually? So I would say you one thing. If you're writing anything, either it's a letter, essay, story, article, anything, then you should know like how you should start it, how you should end it, what should be in the body paragraph, like what you should actually write over there, which is really essential. So guys, if there is anything you want to write, if there is something you want to say someone to, then there should be a format of saying that thing, right? So this is important. This is really important. It play a vital role in it. Your way of writing, consider your writing as important or not. If you write a letter to your friend, so you will not write sir, madam or any formal things. So there is a format of writing an informal letter. So as always, as like this, there is a format of writing IELTS writing task. It's not only about IELTS writing task, it's about everything, whatever we write. We make notes, we make in a systematic order, like firstly we write chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, or we can say we go through with the topics and then we will follow that. Either it's explaining the heading, then subheading, and like that. That means if you are writing something, then there should be a formality, there should be a formal thing should be there. There should be some set of rules, there should be a format which one should follow to just write that thing. I hope you are getting why it is essential. Now let's imagine if there is a one who is writing a writing task 1 with full of rules, with the absolute correction as well, the things like format and paragraphs and like that. And there is a one who wrote it like this only, without any paragraphs, without nice words, without the way the previous one have wrote. So definitely examiner will conclude that which is going to clear the exam and which is not. So this is really essential. So let's start this video, because now you are clear like why it is essential to write in a format, why is it essential to follow the rules, why is it essential to go and check out and just search for the content, search for the vocabulary, search for everything. Because as you write your writing, as nicely you give your writing, your strength, your everything, your time, it totally gives you back. If you write it in a perfect way, in the great way, then definitely it will give you nice back score. But if you write it like this only, then definitely it will not. So it's totally up to you, like how much patience, how much strength of yours, or how much struggle you put into it so that you can achieve that back score. So now let's discuss the format of the writing section 1, and then we will discuss further things. So let's get started. There are 2 ways by which you can write down like your writing task, either it's 1 or 2, but today we are basically going to cover writing task 1. So I'll give you a sample example as well, like how you can write it down. But firstly, we will go through like how to write basically the format, like what are the rules, step 1, step 2, step 3, what should you do, like that. So are you ready for that? And if yes, so let's start from type number 1. Type number 1 is in which basically the type number 1 and type number 2 is not too much divided. Like there is not such a big difference between these, but yes, there is a difference. So basically we are going to cover that difference in the type number 1 and type number 2, and you will be clear with that. So basically in the type number 1, you just need to do is firstly write the introduction, which we usually do while writing, right? Introduction, what is introduction? Introduction means the thing which you are going to write down in the paragraphs, or basically the question which you have read from the question. Like the question was, let's say question was about the two parties in the locality and like that. Okay, so this is about, there will be two pie chart. The one is showing about a party who did this work, this percentage of work, and another party which did this kind of work and in that much percentage, like that. Okay, so here write down the introduction, like there will be two parties, and write means you need to enhance yourself, you need to enhance the sentences, and you need to write down the sentences in the different way, telling the same thing which the question said to you. Are you getting? Which is known as paraphrasing. If you really want to achieve a nice band score, if you really want to do your best, and if you are doing that and still you want to achieve a nice band score, then I would suggest you to learn this paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is really essential. Paraphrasing is something which will help you in your speaking as well. It will help you in your listening as well. Do you know, in the section 4 basically, which is the speedest section, in which the speed is too high, at that section the one who is speaking over there use paraphrase sentences. So at that time, if you know the paraphrasing, then you will calculate it, or you will just get your answer in seconds. So it will help you out. So learn paraphrasing, how you can learn it and all that, we will discuss it later on. But the trick is paraphrasing. Introduce your question in the form of paraphrasing and then write it. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing means rewriting the same thing in your own language, in your own way basically, not the language. But you can say that. Alright? Means just remolding and twisting the sentences, but the meaning is still same as the question said. Got it? Now the first paragraph, there should be 4 paragraphs at least. There should be 4 paragraphs at least. You should write at least 4 paragraphs. I would recommend it hardly. The first paragraph will be about the introduction, which is paraphrasing of the question. Second paragraph, which is known as body paragraph. Okay. Second paragraph will be body paragraph. Body paragraph, you know, you have to explain the data which is present over your question. So body paragraph number 1, and the next is body paragraph number 2. And the last is conclusion. And yeah, type 1 is added. Now let me explain you what actually B1, B2 and conclusion is. In the body paragraph number 1, you have to write like the way of, like as I told you in example, that there are 2 pie charts, or there will be 2 data showing the percentage of different politicians which did different work. So they did a water related work which is 20%, water improvement something, okay, and the one who did drainage one work which is 25%, which improved the drainage system, which is 25%. So either you can do one thing, write down the same thing, like water it did 20, it did 25, let's say, drainage it did 90% improvement, and you can say here it did 25. So you can write it in the 2 form. Either you will write about the one politician in the one paragraph, one body paragraph, whichever you would like to, or like you can write the whole data of one politician in body paragraph number 1 and the another politician's data in body paragraph number 2. Or you can do another thing, which is you can just divide all the sections like water and drainage together. So now write down the work which was done by this politician over water and drainage was this, but by this politician it was this and this. So you can write like this as well. The thing is, you have to write the data. You have to explain everything in this. Do not skip anything. Like sometimes when you check online content, there are things like they skip some data and move on. Don't do that. Write down everything they have told you in the question. Okay, do not skip anything. You can do different forms, you can write in a different level, but do not skip anything. Okay, and they can be skipping as well. It can be possible as well, you know, skipping can be possible, but you are not that much trained yet to do skipping. So do not do skipping. Do not try to write everything and hence everything. There is no word limit. Okay, there is no word limit. There is a minimum limit which is already mentioned over the question. You can check out that while writing your writing section. Okay, next is B2, which I have already told you. Half data will be here and half data will be here. Half, you can divide half in your own way. Either this in this one data in this, or you can do the half of both these in this and the half of both these in this. It's totally up to you how you want to enhance your writing, how you want to represent your writing basically. It's totally up to you. There's nothing wrong in that. And at the end, conclusion. So what you have concluded from this? Do you have any idea what you've concluded? So in the conclusion basically, you need to write what was the highest thing and what was the lowest thing. That is it. It will be done then. It's the shortcut of writing the conclusion and it will super good. Don't worry. So in conclusion, the lowest thing, let's say water was the lowest thing. So the work which was done by the politician number 1 was least about the water and the highest in drainage system. And the politician number B did his work hard in something and the least in drainage. Like this you can say. And it will be super cool. So in conclusion, I hope you got it what you have to write. So type 1 is this kind and this is enough to write, and this is all what you need to do in type 1. So quickly go and check out the type 2. Now let me tell you what is type 2 actually. In type 2, you need to take this conclusion and move this from here to between introduction and body paragraph number 1. Between this you need to write the conclusion. And everything is same. Nothing you need to change, but you have to write conclusion not at the end. You have to write the conclusion between introduction and body paragraph number 1. So keep it here and don't say it conclusion. Now it is overall. Just it. That is it. This is the difference between type 1 and type 2, and everything is same. In overall, you have to write the same thing which you wrote in conclusion. Nothing different. No difference is there. You have to write the same thing. But as you start your conclusion, like in conclusion, I write this. You started like this, right? In conclusion, in conclusion, comma, you write like this, right? But in this, you write overall and then comma and then write your whole overall which you want to write, right? Which you do write in the conclusion. This is same, nothing different in that. Just type 2 is taking this conclusion, keeping it in between introduction and body paragraph number 1, and it will change its name from conclusion to overall. That is it. I hope you got like how you can write type 1 and type 2, basically writing task, and it will surely help you. I wish it will help you surely. And if I tell you which I really like the most using, basically both the ways are acceptable by the test, by the examiners. Both are acceptable. You can follow any rule or you can do like that. But I would suggest which I personally use is the conclusion one, in which I need to write the conclusion at the end instead of overall. It's like I practice this because I practiced for a month and there was nothing like I'm gonna spend my half time in TJ and half on overall, nothing like that. But it is a kind of confusion. So whenever you read any online content and you see they are using overall, that's fine. They are just writing their conclusion before body paragraphs. That is it. Nothing special in that. So do not get confused. This is it. This is simple. Nothing wrong in that. You can write in your own way. I hope my explanation helped you. I hope this is clear to you which I told you. If it is still not clear, comment down. Comment down your experience, like how your experience was with this video. Is it helpful for you or not? If you have utilized this idea, if you have used this idea in your writing task and which band you got, please share it in the below section. Also share it with your friends as well so that they can get benefit. don't forget to like the video and write down a comment as well. And don't forget to like the video and leave a comment down below, because it is really helpful for others as well to view and just check out the video there. So see you soon with the next video. Till then, practice it. If you have any doubt, don't forget to comment down, and if you have any suggestion, then also you can comment down. Thank you so much. See you soon with the next video. Take care. Stay connected.